You know you're a strange person when you start playing Spider-Man for literally all week long. Like, I like Spider-Man anything. I'm a huge Spider-Man nerd. But like, oh, Jonah Jameson.
Criminal who went to prison and came out a better person? Me either. But that's what Quentin Beck would have us believe. After his numerous crime sprees, who could forget when he made Spider-Man look like a moron, chasing an imaginary flying bus of school children, while he made off with $2 million in diamonds. He finally landed himself where he belonged, behind bars. Now he's out and wants us to accept him back into society as a fully rehabilitated individual. Let me tell you something. I know one thing to be 100% certain. People do not change. Once a criminal, always a criminal. I don't know if this was a clerical error in our judicial system, but there is no way this man has paid his dues and repented for the damage he's caused. Do not trust this con artist. Attend his attractions at your own risk. And while we're at it, I can think of 2 other costume criminals that belong in prison with Beck. But that's for another podcast.
Crap. And why are we giving J. Jonah Jameson a special segment on my show? This is my show, Jameson. Why are we giving you a... Why are we giving you special attention? So...
Thank you so much for your support.
The Screen Reader. I am half blind.
Miles enters.
So, you know, that is a thing that exists.
Subtitles. Come, sit. Miles sits across from her. Rio smiles warmly.
I just wanted to check in. See how you're doing.
Subtitles. Everything okay?
Why do I have to switch between Spanish and English? I
Rio
don't
nods
understand that.
slightly, then side-eyes him.
Everything's good.
She maintains a stern gaze.
Okay. It's just a lot right now.
Miles stands.
So much to take care of in the city. Super stressed about my college essay. Pete's busy doing other stuff. And Lee. Lee's still out there. Doesn't that bother you?
He leans his hands on a chair. Rio nods.
Of course it bothers me.
She wrings her hands.
But I'm committed to making this community better.
She stands.
I've got to let go of things that don't serve me and focus on where I want to go, not where I've been.
Subtitles. Do you understand what I said? She takes Miles' hand.
Yeah. But Lee? I can't just let him go.
Miles' brow furrows slightly. Rio's eyes soften. Rio continues.
Yeah, you should probably answer that.
Miles, then reluctantly picks up her phone.
Angela, I'm gonna have to call you back. No, how can you be locked out? You have a key. Oh. No, I understand the urgency. Let me make some calls. Okay.
She hangs up.
Mom, do you need me to go?
He mimes web shooting.
Didn't you just finish telling me how busy you are?
Yeah, but I always have time for my community.
A slight smile brightens Rio's lips as she nods.
Okay, Ma, where am I headed?
Harlem Cultural Center, 116th and Convent. That was my friend Angela on the phone.
How do you get yourself locked out of the museum? Anyway, that's what I want to know. How on earth do you manage that?
The security system locked her out.
Whoops! Awkward.
Angela lined up a bunch of items for a new music exhibit, but funding fell through.
Okay.
If this donor doesn't cover the costs, the museum might have to close.
I'll make sure they get in.
I will respond to who texted me after this video. Mostly because I have to do some editing, because part of being blind means I gotta skip portions of levels and do some other filming that's gonna be a bit of a thing, so.
Now, you know I'm passionate about preserving the musical heritage of this community. But How can I donate to a museum where the security system isn't even functional?
Darren, I hear your concerns, but I assure you this museum will...
Spider-Man.
Oh, thank God. The system's locked us out and it's not responding to any input at all.
Let's see if I can figure out what's wrong with it.
Darren and Angela wait outside an old brick building.
Need to find the control panel.
R3 button. Follow wiring. L2 button plus
Control
R2
panel.
button. Zip to wall. L2 button plus R2 button. Zip to wall. L2 button plus R2 button. Zip to wall.
A tiny arachnid bot.
Relays are overloaded. Gotta get inside the walls to fix them. Let's patch things up so Angela can give that tour. Must have been a power surge or something. Who are these guys?
Hold R2 button. Initiate jump jets. L1 button. R1 button. Hold L2 button. Aim. Then R1 button. Web braid wires. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull.
Stop these guys. Not too bad. Let me fix it up real quick. Got it. But the system's still down.
R3 button.
Find the
Follow
other relay
wiring.
boxes.
Hey, Miles. I checked in with all the feast shelters. No one has seen Martin leave.
The jump jets have a limited air supply that will deplete when flying.
Can't believe I let him get away when I could've... You know?
Could've what?
Made sure he didn't hurt anyone else.
Right. Well, don't worry.
R3
I'll keep
button.
looking.
Follow wiring. R3 button. Follow wiring.
Keep following that wiring. Must be some valuable stuff in here. These guys seem like pros.
L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull. L1 button. R1 button. Hold.
Get this
Pull.
back online. Nice. But the system's still down. Must be more relays.
Sax and drum are already in the truck, right? Yeah, but we got time. And a lot more room in the trucks.
R1 button. Fire
Pass
whips
these
at
guys
instruments
up
to distract
nearby.
enemies.
How about a distraction in the key of C?
You playing some kind of joke on me?
Should stay out of sight as much as I can through here.
Keep it together, man. Don't you punk out on me. You could do this.
R3
been
button.
above that
Scan for
guy.
distractions. R3 button. Scan for distractions. L1 button. R1 button. Hold. Pull.
Who's that? Yo, Doug, that better be you.
robot! Shoot it!
Miles, everything okay?
Ran into a snag, but I'm handling it.
While you're there, check out some of the instruments. Get you ready for college.
Ma, I'm going into music tech. Computers are my instruments.
Music starts with a human, their instrument and their soul. When you're mixing or sampling, you have to listen close and capture that soul. Computers can't do that.
You know how old you sound right now?
Old and wise, you mean?
That's cool.
L1 button, R1 button, hold, pull. L1 button, R1 button, hold, pull. R3 button, follow wiring.
Getting a stronger signal now. Looks like there's one more relay to bring back online. Oh, man. Gotta get all the way across the room.
How much time we got? Is someone bumping into things? Who's playing music? Who did that?
Gotta get this last relay online, then head to the loading dock.
L1
Make
button,
sure these
R1
guys
button,
don't get away with
hold,
any of this
pull.
stuff.
L1 button, R1 button, hold, pull.
Abort! Let's roll!
Nice work, Spatterbot.
Resume, vertical list, 1 of 7, cross button, select, circle button, close. Resume, vertical list, 1 of 7, cross button, select, circle button, close. Vertical list, 1 of 7, cross button, select, circle.
Now it's my turn.
The bot scuttles away.
Spider-Man, the front door's finally open. But there is a bunch of
Reminder,
stuff missing.
you can use the
It's
webline
all up
gadget to
back in
gain
the
stealth
loading docks.
advantages.
And I'll make sure it stays there.
L1 button, R1 button, hold, pull.
Whatever! Take him out!
L1 button, R1
Tell
button,
your boss,
hold,
don't
pull.
go messing with my neighborhood!
L1 button, R1 button, hold, pull. Square button, hold, air launch. L1 button, R1 button, hold, pull.
Snapping!
Shooter's hit!
Several cars veer into the loading area and armed thieves pile out. One of the earlier thieves hops aboard a packed box truck just as it pulls away.
Hold him here. Meet at the rendezvous point in an hour.
Not today.
L3 button, R3 button, Mega Venom Blast. Mega Venom Blast is a powerful burst attack. Trigger it when your Mega Venom Blast meter is full.
Gotta
Press
stop
cross
those
button
trucks.
to continue.
Gotta pick one for now. Give it up, guys! You're not getting away!
Triangle button, vehicle takedown.
Anything! Don't play with this!
Y'all wanna do this the hard way? Okay by me!
Circle button, dodge ranged attacks. Triangle button, vehicle takedown.
Miles performs an aerial flip onto the stopped truck. He webs a small tom drum and reads a logo on its side.
Funky drummer.
He secures the drum to his back with a web, then swings off. Outside the brick facade of the Harlem Cultural Center, Darren speaks with Angela.
They only recovered items from one truck? What a mess. Sorry, Angela. This is a deal breaker.
Darren throws up his hands and walks off. Miles arrives with the drum under one arm.
There goes our best hope for a big donor.
There's still the fundraising gala.
If we don't find that second truck, there is no exhibit. Without an exhibit, there is no gala. Without a gala,
She looks up at a museum banner.
the museum will have to close.
Miles drops to the sidewalk beside her.
That won't happen. I promise. Here.
He hands Angela the tom drum.
This belonged to Clyde Stubblefield. Ooh! The original funky drummer. Do you know how often his rhythms were sampled? He was so influential. A direct line from funk to hip-hop. Thank you.
And don't worry, I'll find the rest of those items.
They shake hands.
Thank you.
They share a long look before letting go. Miles swings up to perch on an overlook.
I should check in with Pete.
Miles pulls out his phone. Over messy rooftops and between skyscrapers, New York rushes past in a blur. Traffic dots a broad street below, and thousands of windows glimmer in the sun. In another neighborhood, Peter lands on an apartment rooftop.
Funky, complete. With complete Hall Cultural Museum missions to earn a custom suit.
Hey, bro, you have a sec?
Of course.
Funky, complete. Rewards, 2,000
Actually,
XP.
Harry's calling. I have to take this. Catch up later?
Oh, sure, man. Later.
Hey, Pete. I'm at EMF. No sign of Doc Connors yet, but I could use an extra set of eyes.
On my way. Have you heard anything from MJ? You said she's stopping by his house, right?
Nothing yet. She told me she'd call when she got there.
Let's hope he's just taking a sick day.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna check her office. Just come by when you can.
Crime reported. Tanker strike.